You said yes again. Not because you wanted to, but because saying no felt like risking something bigger. Disapproval, disconnection, the quiet label of difficult. And afterward, you didn't feel generous. You felt drained. Not because you're weak, but because being nice isn't kindness. It's often self-abandonment in disguise. We've been taught that goodness means compliance, that harmony means silence. But what if the real cost of being nice isn't just your time, but your energy, your authenticity, and your sense of self? Today, we're not talking about boundaries as armor. We're talking about quiet boundaries, the kind that don't shout, but protect. The kind that let you stay kind without disappearing. From the time we're small, we're rewarded for being good, which usually means don't make waves, don't take up space, don't inconvenience anyone. We learn that love is conditional. Be agreeable and you'll be accepted. Be easy and you'll be liked. But here's what no one tells you. Niceness is a performance. Kindness is a choice. Niceness asks, what will they think of me? Kindness asks, what does this moment truly need? And when you confuse the two, you start giving from an empty cup. Not because you're generous, but because you're afraid of what happens if you stop. Philosopher Simone Weil once wrote, "Attention is the rarest and purest form of generosity." But how can you offer true attention, true presence, when you're constantly editing yourself to fit someone else's comfort? Every time you say yes when your body says no, you withdraw from an invisible account, your energy reserve. This isn't metaphor, it's physiology. When you suppress your truth to keep peace, your nervous system registers it as threat. Your cortisol rises, your shoulders tense, your breath shallows. You're not overreacting. You're protecting yourself in real time from the exhaustion of self-betrayal. And the cost compounds. The fine you say when you're crumbling, that's 10 units of energy. The extra task you take on to avoid seeming selfish, that's 15 more. The laugh you force to ease someone else's discomfort, that's 5, but it leaves a residue of shame. Soon you're running on fumes, not because life is hard, but because you've been paying emotional tolls you never agreed to. And the cruelest part, no one sees the debt. They just see you as always so helpful. Well, inside, you're whispering, who's helping me? Boundaries don't have to be walls. They can be roots. Quiet boundaries aren't about confrontation. They're about clarity and consistency. You don't need to explain, justify, or defend. You simply stop participating in what drains you and start honoring what replenishes you. Here's how it works in practice. 1. The pause. Instead of automatic yes, try, let me check my schedule and get back to you. That pause, it's not evasion, it's self-respect in real time. 2. The redirect. When asked to take on emotional labor you can't carry, I care about you, and I'm not the right person to help with this. Have you considered talking to therapist or friend or resource? You're not rejecting them, you're redirecting with care. 3. The silent no. Sometimes the most powerful boundary is not showing up to the gossip, the guilt trip, the energy vampires drama. Your absence speaks louder than any explanation. This isn't selfishness, it's stewardship. You're not hoarding your energy, you're preserving it so you can give from fullness, not depletion. As poet Ocean Vuong wrote, to be kind is to be ruthless with your time. because true kindness requires presence, and presence requires energy, and energy requires protection. There's a quiet revolution happening in how we relate. We're moving from people-pleasing to presence-giving. People-pleasing says, I'll shrink so you feel comfortable. Presence-giving says, I'll show up as I am so we can connect authentically. And yes, it feels risky at first. You'll worry, will they still like me? But here's what happens when you set quiet boundaries. The right people stay. The wrong expectations fall away. And you finally meet yourself, not as a role, but as a real human being. This isn't about becoming cold, it's about becoming clear, because you can't pour warmth from a frozen well. You can only offer what you've allowed yourself to receive. And what you deserve is space to breathe, to say no without guilt, to prioritize your peace without apology.
Let's get practical. Here are 3 non-negotiable practices to protect your energy without burning bridges. The daily energy audit. Each evening, ask, where did I give from fullness today? Where did I give from emptiness? Don't judge, just notice. Over time, patterns emerge, and awareness is the first step to change. The 24-hour rule for requests. Unless it's an emergency, never say yes on the spot. Give yourself 24 hours to check in with your body. Does this feel expansive or constricting? Your nervous system knows before your mind does. The kind no script. Keep this phrase ready. I appreciate you thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now. No explanation, no over-apologizing. Just clarity wrapped in kindness. These aren't tricks. They're acts of self-trust. And each one rebuilds a muscle you've been told to ignore. Your right to exist without apology. We think boundaries push people away, but real boundaries create safety for everyone. Think of a parent holding a child back from danger. Is that rejection? No, it's love with limits. Your boundaries do the same. They say, I value this relationship enough to protect my capacity to show up for it. Without boundaries, kindness becomes resentment. With them, kindness becomes sustainable. As psychotherapist Esther Perel says, desire needs space to breathe. So does care. So does connection. So does you. You were never meant to be a doormat. You were meant to be a human being with limits, needs, and the right to protect your inner world. So today, I invite you, stop confusing niceness with goodness. Start honoring the quiet no that guards your yes. Start trusting that your energy is sacred. Not because you're selfish, but because you're here to give what only you can give. And you can't do that from empty. This isn't about becoming someone new. It's about coming home to yourself and realizing that the most generous thing you can offer the world is a version of you that's still alive inside. If this resonated, you're not alone. Drop one word in the comments: roots. That's our quiet signal. You're choosing depth over performance. And if you're ready to go deeper, I've created a free guide, 5 quiet boundary scripts for real life. Link in description. Because you deserve to be kind without losing yourself in the process.